You know, I got into the routine of starting Fez night. Whoops, I'm bumping the table here. I got into the routine of starting Fez night, and I forgot something very important. And I'm going to say it now, and I want to say, welcome back, Witsky man. I'm glad you're okay. I mean, you know, we were worried about you. And Witsky man had a congenital heart defect, and I guess had it all his life, but it's only reared its ugly head till recently, and he had to go in and have heart surgery. Excuse me. My nose started to itch, sorry. And he's back, and he posted a video. Witsky man, you're alive and kicking, glad to see it. I could tell, you know, you're a little like, you know, I hope you come back 100%. No offense. I mean, you've been through a lot. And it kind of shows just a little bit. But it's so good to see that you're okay. And I want to see, and he came right back and posted a video and told us about what he went through and about his stay in the hospital. And I liked what he had to say about the, you know, face it these days. You know, we're becoming a multicultural society. And he went into the hospital, and not all the doctors and the nurses are born in the U.S., which is a sad fact because there's a nurse shortage. So we import a lot from the Philippines and other countries. I mean, I've seen that here in San Diego. And when years ago, I luckily, touch wood, I haven't been in the hospital except for surgery once, and some other, well, we won't go into that, but for surgery. And I think my anesthesiologist was somebody from the Middle East. He looked Indian. And so anyway, watch his video, watch his most recent video, and he has some commentary about that. And the whole thing is like, a lot of us have got to get over, you know, about the ethnicities, you know, the different people. You know, when you're in the store and you hear somebody talking in some foreign tongue, I know it can be annoying. I know. I grew up in a house where my mother and her sisters were speaking Spanish. Drove me crazy. Honestly, I'm awful. I have very little contact with my mother's side of the family. And on my father's side of the family, it's a Scotch-Irish tradition, or English or whatever, is to not be close to anybody. We're all like, hey, once a year, that's fine. Hello, you know. All right, but enough about that. But welcome back, Witsky man. Witsky man, good friend on YouTube. I love your style. He's got a good heart. I mean, now it's even a better heart, but I mean, you know, figuratively. Very nice guy, liberal like myself. And I've never really seen him be mean-spirited, even though I'm sure he's got some haters out there. But he doesn't lash back. He always takes the high road, which I, citizenkong, would like to say the same. And I would encourage all liberals to do that. Make an example for yourself. Let the other people be the name callers. Let them be the haters. Let them act like they're tough guys, you know? I mean, you know, I'm passive-aggressive, so I've been told. But does that warrant that sort of hate that I get? The name calling? Anyway, Witsky man, DRSNK was my first subscriber, and he promoted my videos and said, hey, you know, brought people to my channel. And you know, I was a novice. I knew nothing. I still don't really know what to do with myself with YouTube. But Witsky man, like, started watching my videos, and he said, I'm going to get you some more subscribers, and he did. And you know, and I'm chugging along. Do very little self-promotion, but I'm getting you subs. Anyways, don't want to talk about myself, but I want to say, welcome back, Witsky man. And here's to you. And when you're feeling better and you can have some alcohol, I hope we'll raise the glass together in, you know, in symbolism or something. Maybe we could go on Stickcam and talk someday. Who knows? Cheers. Oh. All right, now I touched on the Super Bowl thing when I was talking about my subs, the new subscribers. Yeah, citizenkong's not a big sports fan. I'm mostly, whenever, the sports stories that interest me is when there's drama, when there's some type of scandal. when somebody gets busted for something, like gambling, like Pete Rosen is gambling, or who is that girl, Enola Budd or something like that, who tripped another runner, or steroid getting busted for steroids or some type of sex scandal. That always interests me, But for me, watching a game, it kind of all just sort of runs into the same, some guy throws a ball or kicks a ball or catches a ball and then they score. I'm sorry. Hey, that made it really tough growing up, American and being a male, for me, not being it doesn't help with that male camaraderie sort of thing and not really being a sports fan. But for me, politics is my sports, and I root for my team, and I follow that. And in politics, the outcome really matters. Whereas sports, it's like, oh, my town's better than your town, I guess. There is something though about football and that whole idea of the city-state, and for those of you that hate government, think of it that way though. In a way, you're kind of like acknowledging the notion of the city-state. Athens kicks butt on Sparta. We have the best team. And instead of going into real battle, the gladiators are all wearing plastic and they throw a leather-covered air-filled bladder around. I don't know who was the first that said it, but adults playing a kid's game. I think it was about baseball. But you gotta admit that's true. Anyway. Okay, but don't give me too much hate. For your sports fans, no offense. And fan is short for fanatic. Look, I'm gonna offend somebody again already, huh? Somebody's gonna go, oh, Citizen Kong, hey, you're some type of like mamby-pamby pinko commie because you don't like American sports.